The great thing about being at PPMA show is the relationships, catching up with faces, catching up with people who you haven't seen in a little while. I'm here with Tony from Bizerba. And Tony reminded me that we first chatted, when was it?
2014.
2014.
I had ginger hair then, so...
Yeah, wow. Times change. But alas, the technology changes as well, and the technology evolves. And here with Bizerba, you've got some new technology innovations to showcase with us for 2024.
We absolutely have, and I'd like to just wander around the stand if I may. We'll start with this. This is our combination metal detector checkware system that we supply to a lot of our customers. It's Marks & Spencer's compliant, Tesco's compliant, and all the retailers. So as you can see here, this is a typical product that we would run down the line. So this is what we call a CCP system, a critical control point system, used for, pretty much across all of the food network across the UK and globally. So this is a very, very well-stocked unit amongst our customer base.
You mentioned like M&S compliant, Sainsbury's compliant, all of that sort of stuff. Do those compliance, not regulations, but do those compliances keep on changing? Does that mean that you are having to constantly adapt to ensure that whatever the latest standards are from a key supplier or whatever, you're having to keep on top of those?
Yeah, we help them actually. We actually talk to the retailers themselves, and we kind of want to ensure that we're ahead of the game almost. So we're actually advising them on new technology and how they can bring that technology to their codes of practice, as they call them, so that their suppliers are always up to the right level.
Sounds like a healthy...
Sorry, and it then keeps us as the consumers completely, safe.
It's a healthy cycle there. So that's one combo machine there. Moving around here, what are we looking at?
Okay, so this is our static weigh price labelling system. So this is used in a lot of charcuterie places, back-end food processing companies. So what they'll do, basically, they'll put a chunk of meat on there that's wrapped. It'll weigh it, it will price it, they'll print the label, and then they'll put that onto the pack ready for sale.
Okay, very good.
A very, very simple standard system. We supply many, many hundreds of these every year.
As far as health and safety, as far as hygiene around the touch screen there, what can you say about that? Because obviously you've got meat, you've got food products on here, and then you've got a touch screen there.
Yeah. So this is fully IP69 rated, so they can wash this down, they can clean it as much as they like. So at the end of the day, what you'll get somebody comes around with high pressure hoses, and they'll completely clean the system down, ready for their next shift.
Very good. Speaking of the next...
See the screen up there, all the detail from the systems, all of these systems is controlled and goes back to a central point.
Nice central dashboard. We like that. Let's move on to the next system around here. And this is painful because now I'm seeing apple pies. I didn't have a big breakfast this morning. I saw some breakfast bars over there. Now I'm seeing some apple pies. Tony, you're killing me here. Indeed. What is this system here?
I'll explain to you a little bit about this system. This is our small format X-ray system. So what this does is this will find contaminants in any food product, pretty much. The reason that X-ray are used more than metal detectors in these type of products is because these will be sitting in foil trays, okay? So a foil tray would not go through a metal detector correctly, so an X-ray system would look through the foil and it'll find contaminants like metal, glass, stone, and anything that's of a higher density than the product.
And here's one of your test packets there.
That's a test packet there with the test cards on the system there, and you can see on the image here where it's found the contaminants.
Very good, very good. In terms
system.
of throughput for a system like this?
You can run, we could run this at 300 packs a minute quite easily. Okay. Yeah. Very, very fast line. We also do a bigger format machine for larger products. But for the retail sector, you can imagine there's a lot of packs of this size in the retail sector. Yeah. This is a very standard piece of kit for that sector. Again, it's a CCP system, so critical control point. So it'll be compliance or your M&S, Tesco's, all the retailer specs.
And feedback to your big dashboards up there.
Yeah, and all feedback to there, so it's a completely intrinsic system, yeah. All
right, we've got another couple of products to take a look at. Let's have a swish around here to something a little bit different.
Yeah, so this is what we're launching actually at PPMA this year. This is our clean-cut linerless labelling system. So I'll just show you, if I may, the products that it would label. So it will do what I call a full wrap system, which is this. This is almost a similar system. It'll do a C-wrap system like this, okay? And the beauty of this system is that it's linerless. So with labels, typically you'll have a liner back on the label. We've removed that need, so that cuts down on waste, okay? So it makes the labeling part of the process much cheaper. We also have these glue lines that are periodically placed. We're the only business that actually print these labels in the UK. So we can actually now keep the uptime on our machinery to an absolute maximum because it doesn't actually contaminate the blade as it's cutting the label. So that's a really big selling point to our customer base.
Yeah. This is a launch here at this year's show as well.
This year, yeah. So we have a lot of interest. We've actually got one customer that wants to take it on a 3-month trial basis. So that's a really good start point. We had that guy come on yesterday. So we're very, very positive about this piece of kit. It's going to mean a lot of units that we're going to sell into the UK certainly and globally. But so far we've had some really good interest. Yeah.
What are you calling this? Do we have a name?
This is it's our clean cut labelling system. So it's our linerless clean cut labelling system.
Brilliant. Right, I think we've got time for one more for us to take a look at. What have we got?
Okay. So this is this is a CCP point, but this is a vision system. So what this will do is, if you can imagine a typical pack of ham where you've got a seal all the way around the edge here, what this system will do, this will actually look at every single pack to make sure that the seal is complete. Yeah. So if there's any gap in that seal, this machine will say reject and reject the pack, because what you don't want is you don't want to pick that pack up off the shelf and find that there's air got into it and it'll make the product mouldy, so to speak. Yeah.
How is it doing that? How is it detecting the integrity of that seal?
Absolutely. It's got camera-based systems inside the system there that will actually look very, very closely at that seal, okay? And you'll actually be able to see, if I may, if you can see this pack here,
yes,
there's actually a little contaminant there, and that will actually produce a leakage of the gas out of the pack. So that would not be good on the shelf. So we can reject that to ensure that the packs that go out the door are all 100%.
Fantastic.
The other thing this will do, one more thing, it will also be able to check the label here and the date code here. So if either of those are incorrect, it will be able to reject that as well. So it's a complete system for labelling and pack verification.
Tony, thank you so much for the whistle-stop tour of your stand here. Finally,
in 10 years' time, maybe?
Hopefully sooner than that, but just before we go, very quickly, how has this year's PPMA show been for you?
Okay, so I've done this for many, many years. I always say that the middle day is going to be the best day, generally speaking, but yesterday was a complete surprise that we had, I think, 45 visitors to the stand, which was excellent and unheard of in the first day. So far it's been very, very good.
Well, I wish you all the best for the rest of this year's PPMA show. Thanks a lot, Tony. Good to see you again.
Thanks a lot.
Cheers,
guys.